Alright everyone, welcome back into the Faithful Cartographer series. I hope everyone is doing well today. We are kicking things off here in Timberwolf Mountain. If you recall the last episode, we got quite a bit of the region actually mapped kind of in one go, so that was a pretty nice start. We got pretty beat up in the last one, and so I've just kind of spent a few days here recovering. I did manage to kill a bear last time, and so I've got a ton of bear meat here on the ground. I've got some wolf meat as well, and then a little bit of deer meat. So I've kind of just been hanging out here, cooking, harvesting, all of that kind of fun stuff for the last few days. And then I think we're kind of finally at a point where we could probably, start to think about trying to get the rest of the region mapped. So one thing I'll mention just really quickly is I kind of mentioned in, I think, yesterday's Interloper episode about shredding. And so I gave it a try here in Stalker. Just because this series is just generally a little bit just more for fun than, trying to survive on Interloper. So I did give it a go. And even with, I think, a wolf, a deer, and a whole bear, I think we only got to not even 4.5. So we still have some ways to go on our cooking level, which is fine. I just wanted to kind of try it. I had never really done it before, so I just thought this would be a good spot to do it, since I did have that bear already killed. So I'm thinking we'll head out and try and get the rest of the region mapped, which essentially means that we're going to need to head for the summit, because I think that's really kind of the... Oh no, guys. What in the world? So I know there was an update to the game, I think, since last time we played this. You can see everything's still marked as surveyed there. But on the left-hand side, none of them are still marked off. Oh, and Timberwolf is completely undone, guys. Oh, nope, it's not. There's everything. Interesting. I don't know what to make of that. I guess, we just keep moving, and it's still got our progress saved, but it's just showing 0 of, whatever the region's overall number is. Man, that concerned me. I was like, okay, this series is dead. So, can we force reveal? See what we have left in Timberwolf. I don't really know what to make of that, guys. I'm kind of hoping that it'll get fixed in another update, but it's just a little bit of a bummer, honestly. Super strange. All right, let's go to Timberwolf Mountain, though, and see what we still need to do. Yeah, so you can kind of see here, pretty much everything left on the list is going to be on the way up to the summit. So I think that's really where we're going to head here at the start of this episode. So let's go ahead and get on the move, and I'd like to leave here with a full belly. Man, that's kind of a bummer. I'm still, I know that it's technically still got my progress, but I'm still kind of bummed out about it. I'm gonna go ahead and eat one of these. Okay, and let's get on the move. Yeah, guys, I hate it. I'm hoping that, since it still has our progress, I'm hoping that, they'll maybe put out another update or something, or we'll see what happens when we map our first location now, I guess. I didn't even think about that. That'll be a bummer someday if we lose our progress in one of the series or something because of an update. When was that? I think that was late last week that they pushed that update out. So yeah, we got that to deal with. There's a ton of cattails here. I don't know, should we take a minute to collect some cattails or just keep on rolling? Let's maybe grab a few. I don't want to gain too much weight either, is the other part. Yeah, we're at 65.98, so let's just keep moving. Obviously we have to stay under 66 pounds. We should get well fed here at some point. Oh, there's another dead wolf over there. I forget everything we kind of did last episode. I think we did a lot of shooting. A lot of defending ourselves. Killed the bear. But yeah, we've got a whole nother wolf dead over here. Hopefully grab some feathers maybe. I'm like hesitant to even pick up the feathers though. See, is this a full wolf? It is, yeah. Interesting. Okay, well we're gonna keep moving for now. Let's make the most of the daylight we've got and try to get over to I don't know how far we can make it today. Should be pretty far. Should at least be able to get maybe to deer clearing. It's kind of what I've got my mind set on. I don't think there's anything I need to map down here. Oh, the wing. Where's the wing? Oh, and I'm headed the wrong way right now anyway. That's the ravine. We need to go more towards this direction anyway. And I'm remembering now that the moose was down here, I think at the last episode, so I don't see him over there right now. If we were to... Where is he? If we were to... Oh, he's right down the hill. Okay, well, we'll kind of sneak by. Yeah, I debated shooting that moose last time and decided not to. But if we were to, that would definitely give us enough meat to get cooking level 5. But again, no big hurry. It'd just be nice to be able to eat wolf meat and stuff since they're so prevalent in Stalker. And then I think I searched the storage containers there, so let's just keep moving. Did I map this? Yeah. Oh gosh, it's not new, so let's park it here for a second. Let's look at the map. Where are we? Yeah, so we've hit this, and then I think there's another wing up the hill a ways. So let's go ahead and keep moving that way, I think. I don't know. What do you guys think about the location problem I'm having? Maybe it's just something like right now since I've loaded this up that's happening. Like maybe next time I reload the game, it'll show it correctly. Because we've made a lot of progress. It's kind of harder to look at our progress now. That it's not keeping count anymore. But like I said, let's kind of get some progress made. And let's like try to map something today and see if maybe that'll re-trigger something, or something along those lines. And I should actually I kind of looked at the list and I wanted to see what we had left to map, and I kind of got distracted by that, so I didn't really actually spend too much time looking at it. So let's maybe do that as well. There should be a cave up here or something we can stop in for a few minutes and look. It's early afternoon at this point. We got plenty of time. We're not tired really at all, so I'll just keep trucking. A little half cave over there, but there should be like a full-blown cave out ahead of us, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there's a sapling. I just don't have the carrying space for it right now. We should, I think I already said this, but we should be getting well fed here in the very near future, so we'll kind of help alleviate that a little bit. Should I grab it? I think we'll be okay. You can always remember that it's there and come back. It's our bow. How's our bow doing? It's 81%. It's not It's not new anymore, but it's not terrible. Alright, so yeah, here's our cave. So let's take another quick look here at our progress. Let's get in here and yeah, surveyed location 0 out of 212. Man, if this was the first time I had done this though, I would be so frustrated if this was actual progress. Alright, so let's do our force reveal. And Timberwolf, Mountain. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 more. And so just thinking about where everything is right now. Andre's Peak. That actually, Andre's Peak is probably going to be a whole separate adventure if I can remember where that is correctly. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's just keep making progress towards where I think we're headed. Okay, so actually to go to Timberwolf we go right, but I think we need to come this way real quick. I think maybe the other engine might be over here. We'll see. No, did we already hit that engine? I think we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, we already did that. We did that. I think you can either climb down that rope or, like last time we went down into Ravine, you can kind of get there both ways, I think. So, I think that's the engine we have. And then the other engine is what we're going to find going this way. I'm just turned around, guys. I am lost in Timberwolf. Not lost, but I've forgotten what I've done and what I haven't done. Looks like we might want to think about finding some shelter as well. This is going to get worse. But our first kind of spot to map will be up this rope and straight. That's going to be deer clearing. So you guys know I like to usually say it, and I don't think I've done it yet, but thanks for being here. Thanks for checking out the episode. If you're enjoying it so far, or just enjoying the series so far, be sure to just hit that like button really quickly for me. And, you know, if you guys have any comments or anything, are you guys seeing any new glitches or anything like that after the most recent update? Would be curious to know. Is there anything I need to watch out for or avoid? That type of thing. Throw those in the comments as well. And then of course, guys, if you're new here, you know, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Definitely would love to see you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Just helps me out a ton. And then yeah, we need to map this probably, so let's do that and hit the next cave. And yeah, just overall, guys, you know, appreciate all the love and support you guys give me each and every video, each and every day. Can't thank y'all enough. Alright, here's deer clearing. And actually, I guess that's probably 2 locations we just mapped, but let's see. I'm gonna run up here to the cave. There might be something in there worth looting, and this looks like this might get bad, so we might just hold here for a little while. I do have one book on me that we can kind of read if we have time to kill, so we might just go ahead and do that. Man, this cave entrance looks really narrow. Okay, so let's see. Any miracles happen over here when I did that? No, it didn't even add those. But I guess let's actually make sure that it crossed it off the list. It's just not updating the count. Timberwolf. Yeah, it did. Deer clearing. It's checked off now. Yeah, so it's just not keeping the tally over there. Interesting. Okay, well, hopefully they fix it in the near future. If not, here's bedroll. I mean, it is what it is. It's not really going to stop us any. I would think they'll have to fix it. I don't know, like, if I had not already actually gotten Faithful Cartographer on my own. Do I have any tools on me? I don't think I do. I usually try not to carry those. I was going to fix the hacksaw if we did. Nope, no tools. Shoot, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, if I had not already gotten Faithful Cartographer and then it was just like me trying to get it when we're like halfway through, and this happened, I would be pretty bummed, pretty frustrated. Yeah, so the bedroll is, what kind of shape's it in? 78, what's ours looking like? Oh, actually, guys. Oh boy. I left our bedroll in the Mountaineer's hut. This is like a sign here that was there. Because I had put it down in the Mountaineer's hut so I could carry more meat when I was doing all the harvesting and stuff. And yeah, we left home without it. So that actually was huge. That just saved us right there, probably. I mean, we probably wouldn't have died from that, but it would have made our lives extremely difficult. I am a little heavy now, though, is the only thing. Need to lose 9/10 of a pound. What can we do to shed some weight? There's just nothing that I'm really willing to leave here. The coffee? Honestly guys, I don't really use the coffee, so I think I'm gonna leave that. We don't need a can opener anymore. Okay, that'll do it. Yeah, we're cooking level 4, so we definitely don't need a can opener. Let's keep moving. Let's see if we can't get up to the next kind of area. Towards getting, you know, up to the summit, which would be, there's one rope climb we would have to climb today. Actually, let's maybe just like go search that crate there, that storage box, and then it's still not late. Like that's kind of the problem. We're in a weird in between. Like ooh, there's a wolf. He's probably gonna charge that deer. If he does that, I will kill him. Could have some deer for dinner, maybe. Anything, it just gets him out of our way. He's going a long way. Not going very fast, though. Okay, yeah, like I said, let's search this storage compartment. There he goes. Yeah, we got one.
This stuff will come in handy.
Actually, leather. Let's take some of that leather. That we can fix our boots with that. Man, a ton of stuff in there. We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and I don't have a ton of carrying capacity for it. So we'll leave it there. I did grab some of that leather because I want to fix my boots. Ooh, whetstone. Ooh, tools. We can fix our hacksaw with that. Firearm kit. Whetstone. More tools. More tools. More tools. Another kit. Another kit. Another kit. Whetstone. Okay. Good stuff. Unfortunately, this crate is just in a weird spot right now. I don't anticipate anything in there. It's going to be huge if we don't bring it, but we can always come back if we need to. We found a pretty good lot there. Alright, where'd he go? There he is. Let's get some free XP on the revolver here. Should be able to get pretty close. Just put one in the side of his dome. Okay, hold still, friend. This won't even hurt. Oh, he lived. And I missed that second one. Wow. Okay. Pretty sure I shot him in the side of the head, but hey. Alright, let's get dinner at least. Actually, I don't know. With it being a stalker, I just really don't want to carry any extra meat, so... Carcass harvesting 3. Not bad. How are we doing weight-wise? Hopefully we'll get... well fed here shortly. Actually, you know what we can do is... Let's get a couple more pieces, and we'll cook some for breakfast, too. So we'll just plan to sleep in this cave tonight, and I'll cook up, you know, a couple pieces for tonight, and then maybe a couple for the morning. How are we doing wood-wise? It's 10 pieces. It's about an hour and a half's worth. Could chop some wood. Plus, I think there was some wood in that cave. So let's just grab a couple more pieces of meat and turn around. 2, 4. Okay, awesome. We're pretty heavy right now. Pretty slow. Yeah, it's getting pretty late anyway, so I think this makes sense. This is probably our best play. I mean, if we were in a rush or something, maybe I would have, you know, just tried to power through and gotten up the next rope, but we're really not any kind of hurry, so. And I think I'll take these and I'll put them in that cave and get them curing, and then... Really? He was pretty far away. Maybe he's after a deer or something. He was a really long ways away to have just aggroed on me. I mean, it's possible. No, he's going after that deer. We're pretty overweight right now. The deer is probably honestly going to save us. I'm not going to do anything about that one. We've got meat, and even if we needed more meat, there's still meat up on the hill, so I'm not gonna stress about it. We'll get this cooked and call it a night. Spend our night here in the cave. Should be warm enough. Man, what would we have done if it had completely cleared out our progress? Oh, that's a hatchet. Man, there's all kinds of goodies here. Okay. Throw down the bedroll. What's going on here? What's going on here? Okay, there we go. So where do we want to put the fire? Let's just do it like right here. Am I ready for the fire yet, or what time is it? Yeah, we can go ahead and do the fire now. It's pretty late. We're going to be going to bed here pretty soon, so let's throw that bad boy down. Let's go for it.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
So I'll cook up all the deer, and obviously we'll probably only eat... Well, how many do I have? I think I have 4 pieces, actually, so we could probably eat a couple of them tonight, and then couple in the morning, maybe. And we're gonna need at least one piece of wood, probably. What kind of shape is this in?
Oh, lucky day.
77 versus 71. Okay, we might as well go ahead and grab it all. Why not, right? How long I got? 40 minutes. Let's go ahead and read a chapter. Keep that progress rolling too. Okay. What am I doing on things? We're good. You know, actually, I could probably stand to make a little bit of water too. At least enough for the night. Let's go ahead. Might as well make a couple cans worth. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do another round. We'll call that good. Okay. We might end up having to leave some of it, but at least we'll have it. Alright. Let's eat that. Let's eat another one. And let's go to bed. Drink some water first, obviously. Alright, let's crash. Let's get our 12 in. Nice full belly. Alright, and we got well fed to start off the day here, so pretty good start. Doing calories wise. Well fed is huge because that gives us enough carry weight to get up the hill. Oh, it's not. I thought we had a blizzard going, but we don't. It's just windy. Okay, let's get a move on then. It's cold, but no big deal. We'll make it work. Yeah, so we need to go this way, I believe. Yeah, we do. I don't know why I say that like I'm not sure. We definitely need to go that way. We should come across our wolf that we shot too at some point. Just making sure that guy's loaded. Oh, you know what? I didn't see, there's another storage container there at the top of that rock formation over here. We should probably at least check it out. Getting a rabbit over there. Poor rabbit. Made a pretty good run for it though. Yeah, I mean, we have a little under 2 pounds of open carry space right now, so we'll see. I mean, I doubt there's going to be anything in here that's, unless there's like some heavy duty clothing or something. It's probably not going to be much in here that like tempts me to reposition things. Oh, you know what I was going to do too that I didn't was use some of that scrap to fix the
Nobody needs this anymore.
ooh, you know. Insulated boots. Those are pretty rough though. Trail boots. Alright, let's see how that stacks up against what we have. Obviously the boots are better. Climbing socks, okay, so we don't need this. Let's go ahead though and oops. Take it. Harvest those couple pairs of socks for the cloth. One thing you definitely end up a little bit light on in Timberwolf is cloth. Oh, what am I doing? I'm I'm an idiot, guys. I'm always either accidentally harvesting something, or apparently now I also accidentally repair things too. Okay. So, and I'm just gonna throw the trail boots in there. I'd harvest the trail boots, but they take a long time to break down. They take like an hour and a half, so. Yeah, okay. Let's check the other container compartment.
This
More shoes.
handy.
Jeans, socks. Okay. Nothing crazy. Let's do this. I almost need to do it now. Was there scrap metal somewhere? Thought I had some scrap metal. Maybe it was back in the cave. The problem we have is I've really abused the hacksaw. Chances are we'll find another one up there, but oh, and you know what I also did not do? I don't think I put those saplings down. Or did I? Nope, we still got them. Alright, so let's go back. We'll kind of offload some of those things, and then we'll turn around and head out officially. Head for the next challenge. It is kind of funny that those are both right next to each other. I mean, I know one of them is a transition cave and one of them is just an open cave, but honestly, that kind of makes this a pretty, well, no, not necessarily. I was going to say an attractive spot to live, but like, obviously there's no workbench or anything like that. Alright, so let's, like I said, I want to put the saplings down so they can cure, and then, you know, maybe once we get done with the summit and everything, we'll come back and think about collecting them. We could even maybe grab them on our way to Ash Canyon or something like that. Yeah, was there scrap metal? Somewhere I've seen some scrap metal. Yeah, right there. Alright, so let's repair the good old hacksaw here. 45 minutes. Of course. Ugh, you gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay, well, we're gonna have to make do, unfortunately, with what we have at the summit. If it doesn't work out, then I'll put the rope down to the Mountaineer's hut where we had those other couple of hacksaws, and we can use those ropes to get back up a little faster if we need to. Our wolf's maybe dead over there. Should be 2 dead wolves, I guess. No, there's only the one. I was thinking that I shot the one in the head, and I was thinking he died immediately, but he didn't. That was the one I'm thinking of that died randomly somewhere. So there's only one dead wolf. Not that we're going to do anything with them, but... That's the wolf, so he must be on down farther. Some snow starting to fall. In some ways I do kind of wish like there was more to the mountains you could explore. Like what if you could go up multiple mountains? more caves and more just like overall landscape to explore. Like more just area, more just area that doesn't have any, like almost like Hush River Valley. You know, Hush River Valley might actually be what I'm like thinking about. And I just honestly haven't spent much time there, so that'll be fun when we get there. I don't know overall in like the grand scheme of things or the order of what we're gonna end up doing here, like where that's gonna fall on the list, but yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. I guess maybe I'm looking forward to it. I don't know. I don't know necessarily that Hush River Valley is necessarily like all of that challenging of a region, unless you're like playing Interloper probably, and like obviously you can spawn there, and so spawning there can be tough. I don't know, do you spawn there in Interloper, or is it other difficulties? I don't remember. I just know I've spawned there and like had to kind of pick up the pieces. Maybe I forced myself to spawn there, I don't know. Honestly, I just haven't been there for a while. Quite a while. But it might be one of those fun places to go, like once you can like definitely survive outdoors and things like that, to not retire, but extended trips out in the wilderness maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think of Hush River Valley? Do you enjoy it? Is it kind of like what I'm saying, where I just really don't go there? Or do you just do you loathe it? Do you wish it wasn't around? I've pretty much just been there to map it, and I feel like that's it. Okay, so we'll get up here, and I think we are where I think we are. Should pretty much just be secluded shelf. Okay, we need to map this. Okay. Getting close, guys. So I think we've hit 2 or 3 now. So we started with 8 left, I think. So we probably only have 4 or 5 left. It's pretty good. I'm going to skip it, because we're going to get some loot probably from the summit. And just the less I have to carry, the better. Ton of coal. Honestly, we should be fine up the hill. Like, we shouldn't have to worry about being super cold or anything like that. So I'm not going to spend too much time on gathering coal. Maybe one piece. In case we need to have a fire, like we know that that fire will automatically be pretty warm. What do you got for me? Anything? Nope, not really. Granola bar, and that's about it. I think it's this way. I know I mention this like all the time, like virtually every time I go through a cave, but like I don't remember the layout of these at all. I'm sure some people do. Like, I'm a little worried I just went in a circle. I think I might have had to have crawled through that. Yeah, I did. I remember. Dang it. I'm sure they do that on purpose, right? Make these difficult to just quickly run through. Yeah, see? Right back to where we were. I decided this is a dead end, so we need to go this way and then crawl through that little small opening that we saw. I turned left, I needed to turn right. Yeah, right here. Come on, stand up. Almost out. I do remember this somewhat now from, I've mentioned this before, but you were like in the exact same spot in the Interloper series. We actually just came down from the summit, so I've been in this cave fairly recently, just from doing that. Yep, there's the exit. Let's kill this. And then I'm going to stop in this kind of open area right here. You know what? We could probably sleep for an hour or two and get our energy back up and make that last rope climb today even. So get up to the summit and then stay up there tonight. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So let's do that. I do want to take a minute I just want to double check our survey locations. And go down to Timberwolf. And where's Andre's Peak? I have a pretty good idea where Eric's Falls are, but Andre's Peak, I'm not entirely sure about. Engine, I have a good idea where that is. Summit, obviously, tail section's up at the summit, so those two are right next to each other. And then the wing, I think that's actually up there as well. So yeah, we're about to cross a handful of these right off the list, so that'll be nice. All right, let's just sleep for a couple hours here. Get a little bit of juice back so we can make it up that rope, for sure. And call it good. Okay. Let's push through here. Weather's not great. Yeah, so I think the engine is down that rope, and that's the way I always like to go down, so we should come across it pretty much as soon as we drop down to the next level. And actually, it might be one more step down, because there's like, we just came down from here, like I said, and there's 3 ropes I think you have to go down that way, which was surprised me in the Interloper series, because I thought there was just the 2, and then we came across the 3rd one, and I was like, oh no. So it's somewhere down there. It's on either that 1st or 2nd step down. I don't recall exactly. Alright, so there's this little cave. Let's give it a quick search. I need to remember to grab this rope, when we go down.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Hopefully we can make it up that. I think we'll be okay. Could be interesting though. We might get to the top exhausted. What if you lost carry weight because you are wet? You know, like, because your wet clothes would theoretically be heavier because they're saturated with water. So, like, what if your wet clothes slowed you down, or, like, you know, made you lose open carrying space, like made you go over or something like that? I don't know. Just thinking out loud. No real purpose. Alright, so we're gonna probably have to stop. We'll do just like we did in Interloper and try and get to the 2nd one. And stop. See where we are when we get there. Yeah, that's my concern, is that I'm gonna get, and this is the exact same concern I had when we did this in the Interloper one, is that I was going to get up here and get exhausted. Yeah, we might be lucky to get to the second one. Can I get up there yet? Nope. A little farther. Alright. 57 pounds. Jeez.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
I hate to do this, but let's drink some water. Let's try like 3 hours and see what that gets us. We should be fine. The weather's fine, but it's always a little bit risky. Alright, what'd that do for us? What did that do? We can make it. Alright, we can make it. Yeah, like if we had got hit with a blizzard right there, we'd have been in a little bit of trouble. Alright, here we are. At the summit. I don't know if it's too dark yet to... Nope, we can still survey.
Feels like night is coming.
Nice. Let's go ahead and go to the cave and go to bed. Or at least get ready for bed. Burn off a little energy on the way over. Okay, that will potentially help us out with mapping, but obviously we'll have to get over there.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Alright, let's settle in and get ready for bed. Throw this guy down. Let's see, what can we eat? Let's eat our meat. Let's go ahead and, yeah, let's eat that for tonight. Pretty good meal. Top off on water. And get our sleep in. Man, pass a little time to get the sun up. I can't see anything. Okay, it's better. Not perfect, but better. Maybe a little bit more time. And you know what I could do instead of doing that is read. In fact, let's go ahead and just read an hour just to do it. Okay. Alright, let's head out here and do a little bit of mapping, do a little bit of looting, and get out of here. So there's the wing. And then obviously the tail section is to the left. Too bad you can't get to like the actual summit, like up there. I don't know why that's too bad, but that would be kind of cool to get to like the literal top of a mountain. Like I'm really like, I wish that the mountain in Blackrock was climbable. Maybe put a cave up there or something. That would be just so cool to me. I might like Blackrock a little more. Did I hit this yet? Nope. Okay. Alright, so the hope is that we come across some tools in here. because our hacksaw is pretty beat up.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
So pretty much took the bandages and the stems.
I think I can use this.
Ammo, which means there's probably a rifle in here. We probably won't be able to take that rifle down with us, but I'll get it out of the box anyway. I feel like one of these usually has tools in it. It's kind of why I'm focused on this side. Some pelts, leather. Yep, there we go. So there should be at least, yep, one hacksaw. Ton of tools, man. What do you guys, I genuinely, I don't ever know what to do with that stuff. Like, do you take it all? Or, like I'm gonna leave most of that behind. We'll take the herbal tea, leave the coffee. But, there's just no way we would get down. I mean, if we were gonna stay here for a while, I'd make multiple trips and come get everything, but, we're not going to. We're gonna pretty much in and out.
I think I can use this.
I mean, we could stay up here for a while, I guess, and just munch on the food. We're already overweight. Need to check the hacksaw. Lantern, tools. Striker will take tools.
Hope nobody wants this anymore.
Lantern, tools. So I didn't know this until recently because it happened to me, but if you're in the process of opening one of these and your hacksaw breaks, then you can no longer open, we'll drink on these while we're here. You can no longer open the container. It says it's ruined. So you always have to be careful that your hacksaw is going to make it through opening the container that you're on.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Yeah, we could stay here for a while. Plenty of food. Plenty of water, drinks. I'm not even picking this stuff up. What's our hacksaw? It's still at 29? Okay, take it.
This will come in
Matches.
handy.
So I took all the matches and, oops. Gosh, dang it. Left the accelerant. For now, at least, for now.
I'll take it.
Okay, some clothing. Take those for sure. Okay, what have we not done yet? Got those, I know. We did that one. I think it's just this one. I think we're done after that. And obviously the flare gun behind us.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Ooh. Want those. Want that. Another one. Another one. Man.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Yeah, I think we wear two of those, and then these are always better. They're pretty rough. That's the only problem. So these are better than what we have. So maybe we'll repair them. You know, was there anything else in there? Just the gloves. We need to repair one of those pairs of gloves too, because those are going to be, I think, a better option than the ski gloves. All right, should be last one. More clothes. Another pair of snow pants. So we'll probably...
I think I can use this.
Let's go ahead and grab that pair of snow pants. I will probably... do this number, do this, and that'll probably be our setup. So I need to go and about repairing, and then if I can get everything that we have in top shape, like we'll never be cold again, honestly. So I think that's what I'll work on. I'll probably, do I have sewing kits? Hopefully I have sewing kits. I have a little bit of one and a full, no, it's only at 55% too, so I have less than one full sewing kit. Wow. But I do have a ton of tackle, so I could use that. So yeah, I think I'll stay here for at least, you know, a few days, and there might be a sewing kit in here.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think I'll just stay here for at least a few days, eat on the food, yeah, just kind of stick around and repair the clothes and that type of fun stuff, and then I think we'll head down and kind of keep moving. I guess let's take one more look at you know, what we have left to map in the region, and then probably set about working through some of that stuff. So it is right here, force reveal, Timberwolf. So we have 3 left. Engine will head on the way down. Eric's Falls, I think, is basically... I know exactly where Eric's Falls is, actually. There's a cave right next to it that I really like. So that'll be easy to get to. Yeah, Andre's Peak, though. I'm not 100% sure on where that one is. If you guys have any easy way to get there, definitely let me know. I'm not above taking help to find it. But then, yeah, I think after that, probably on to Ash Canyon. Alright, well, I think we'll go ahead and call this an episode. I'm going to do those few things like I mentioned. We'll just probably repair clothing. I'll just kind of hang out. Maybe I'll read on those couple books I'm carrying, get those knocked out, and then we'll kind of head down and head on to the next region, or hit the next group of stuff we've got to map. So... I said it once and I'll say it again. I appreciate you guys all tuning into the episode today. I hope you enjoyed it. Look, there's a hacksaw right there.
Perfect.
Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. If you got any comments or anything for me, I know I threw a few questions at you guys over the course of the episode, so be sure to throw your responses to those into the comment section below. And then, of course, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, just would definitely invite you to go ahead and do that. Helps me out a ton when you decide to do that, and yeah, helps you kind of keep track of my content moving forward. So I'll catch you all in the next episode. Thanks, guys.